can never.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Real Rap Entertainment Reviews / Rodriguez Reviews. Thank you for tuning in, and today we're going to be talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Finally, a new story in the Planet of the Apes franchise, and what a franchise the Planet of the Apes has been going into this film. I actually kind of did a mini binge of all the Planet of the Apes movies, starting from 1968 with Charlton Heston, all the way to the current one now, the 2024 Wes Bell. So Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is directed by Wes Bell. And the film is generations after Caesar. As we all know, many in the previous trilogy films, Caesar was the leader. From Rise of Planet of the Apes, it shows him. He soon developed, there was a virus that came out and it wiped out most of humanity, and the humans, a lot of them died and they couldn't talk, but it made the apes and chimps much smarter. And then Caesar soon became a leader and led his own kind of group of apes, and he kind of had his, wanted to live separate from the humans, but still respected and want to have peace with the humans. So unfortunately, Caesar passed away, and this one is generations after Caesar. So let's talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes for a little bit. So in this one, a tribe of young apes soon find that their territory is in danger, and in their territory is in danger, soon they go on this epic journey that's questioning their faith and have questions about humans and their nature, their life. And the young ape is Noah. Noah is a young ape with his tribe. You see him in the beginning, he's kind of hanging out with his friends, catching eagles, birds. They have a lot of birds around them, the eagles that they use to collect. And then soon a group of wild apes come across one night, just kind of tear up their whole village and their tribe, scare them, kidnap them. And then it's up to Noah to save the day. So Noah goes on this epic journey quest. And throughout this quest, he meets some cool characters down the way. We have Raka, who I thought was a very cool character. He very much reminded me of Caesar's right-hand man, his pal, Maurice, who was such a great character from the previous trilogy of the Planet of the Apes. Raka's cool. He kind of educates Noah on Caesar's legacy and what's going on in the world and how the apes are taking over and how they're using Caesar's legacy, but they're kind of twisting it in a bad way, because we all know that Caesar, he stood for good and he really wanted peace. He wanted to live with his apes, but he wanted peace as well with humans. And the new apes that are taking over, they aren't about peace at all. They're just about taking over all for themselves. So Noah goes on this journey. He finds out that there's this kingdom of apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, hence the title, and led by Promaximus Caesar, who's played by Kevin Durand, who does a really great job here in the film as Promaximus Caesar. He's been crushing a lot. He was previously in Abigail as well, so I thought he was a good character. He was a kind of crazy leader, and he took over. And I love that saying, "What a wonderful day." That was used in the advertising for the film. But his character was really interesting, and to see him and to see him and Noah clash. Still got Caesar on my mind, our boy Caesar, but to see him and Noah clash is fairly interesting. I think it's really great to see a new edition of the Planet of the Apes franchise here. These films have been going on for over 50 years, and its legacy really holds up. And over the years, they've had incredible CGI, and the CGI here is just incredible. I mean, even if you look back to 2011, 13 years ago when they did Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the CGI just constantly improves. I mean, the apes and chimps, they look so realistic. And just the setting of the film, too. You have such a gorgeous setting, really beautiful cinematography, a lot of landscape shots here, so that's really in-depth. Really cool, neat ideas going on here, too, about the humans and the apes. They come across a human. Noah comes across a human on the journey, May, and he's questioning her and she's questioning him because he doesn't know too much about Caesar's ideology, neither does May, because again, this is generations. And the question is, can apes and humans coexist in a modern world? There are a few nods to previous Planet of the Apes films here as well. A lot of Easter eggs, and fans of those will notice those nods to the previous Planet of the Apes films, which I thought was cool and respectful, paying tribute to Planet of the Apes. The film is pretty action-packed, a lot of cool action and battle sequences going on, so it keeps the fun and entertaining aspect of it. Again, it has cool themes too about humanity, about the future. And overall, it is an enjoyable time. The beginning is a little bit slow. It does take its time to pick up, I do have to say. It's a little hard to kind of top off the previous trilogy because the previous trilogy was so well made, and you had really great characters like Caesar. He's, in my opinion, Caesar is one of the greatest movie characters of all time, and it's really hard to kind of top that off, but in a way they pulled it off, which is enjoyable. I honestly prefer the previous trilogy, the ones with Caesar, but this film is a good start though. I have to say Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a good start for what they're looking like to open up another trilogy of films for the Planet of the Apes franchise. And I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a good start. You still get a good background story, you still get the message with the humans and the apes trying to coexist and find common ground. And I think the film leads off, and also possibly with Easter eggs too that could be connected to their films because they get a contact with someone. I won't go into too in-depth details because I don't want to give any spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. But I think overall Kingdom is a good, enjoyable time. If you love the Planet of the Apes films and enjoyed the previous trilogy, I think you would like it. Hardcore fans may be a little bit mixed on it, but for the most part, I've enjoyed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I think it's a nice soft start to this new edition, new trilogy, and new characters like Noah. Looks like now Noah's going to be the main lead to carry the Planet of the Apes films, and it still carries its tribute to Caesar, introduces new characters, and it still carries its legacy, like I mentioned earlier, the Planet of the Apes. So it's a nice start to this new trilogy, and hopefully the next one is nice and action-packed and still can hold up with the trilogy, because it's really hard to top off the previous trilogy, because it's so good. I rewatched them right before going into the new one. But overall, I had a good time with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm going to go ahead and give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes a B+. Alright guys, thank you and stay tuned for our next review here on Real Rap / Rodriguez Reviews.